good company. Whatever you are looking for, you'll find it here indeed, in meaningful mornings. Meaningful mornings. Meaningful mornings.
Welcome to Meaningful Mornings. Do you all know of homes, families, where they don't keep the Mahabharata in their family, in their home? I know such homes and such families. They don't want to have Mahabharata at home because they feel then there'll be fights in that home, in that family. When people tell me this, I tell them, you're going to have fights in your home and family anyways, with or without Mahabharata. Do you all have knives at your home? If you have a knife, that doesn't mean there's going to be a stabbing, correct? People who don't keep the Mahabharata at home, what this shows is they do have belief in this scripture, in the Bhagavad Gita, but they don't have enough faith, which is why they distance themselves from that. A lot of what we do is the same way. We engage in rituals because we believe in them, but we don't have faith in them, which is why we're not transformed by these rituals. Meaningful Mornings is a workshop where we engage in Shravana, that is listening, and Manana, that is reflecting, together. When one engages in reflecting, their reality changes. This is no different than empathy. When you understand and appreciate the challenge that another person is going through, doesn't your reality change? How you feel towards that person, how you interact with them? Manana is when our reality changes, and so our purpose changes too. For 90 minutes yesterday, I yelled at 300 seekers that the purpose of why you breathe and think is to be happy. It is not to be married and to have a child. That's so limiting. Purpose pulls performance. The more you reflect, the more your reality will change, the more purpose will change, the more you will perform. You will be happier. You will be a catalyst for others to be happier too. In our last verse, Rishi Vyasa once again highlights that Prince Arjuna wants to see everyone in the armies. Yet, his training is intense. He already knows who's in these armies. And so subtly, what is being conveyed to us, his confidence is not strong. He is hiding his confusion. This is very relatable. And he keeps projecting that the people in these armies want to fight, but that too is not clear. Some do, like Duryodhana, some don't. And our lives are like that also. We're pushed here, we're pulled there. Again, very relatable. Develop a su-buddhi. Durbuddhi, confusion. Subuddhi, there's more clarity about what is your purpose, who you are to interact with. We continue. Chapter 1, verse 24. Sanjaya uvacha Evam ukto Hrishikeshaha Gudakeshena Bharata Senayor Ubhayor Madhye Stapayitva Ratottamam. Sanjaya Vacha. Sanjaya is speaking again. Scene 1, Dhritarashtra. Scene 2, Duryodhana. Scene 3, Bhishma. Scene 4, Arjuna. Sanjaya is describing to Dhritarashtra what Arjuna is doing, what he is saying. Evam uktaha Hrishikeshaha. Thus, he spoke to Sri Krishna. Who is Prince Arjuna? Gudakesha. And this is one of my favorite words to describe Prince Arjuna. Please listen to this carefully. Gudaka means the one who is tamasic. Tamasic. What this expresses as one who is sleepy. Not any of us, yes? One who is careless. That is the word gudaka. Gudaka Isha. The master of this sleepiness and carelessness doesn't mean they sleep better and they're more careless. It means the opposite. They are sattvic. They are vigilant. That is who Prince Arjuna is. Meticulous, attention to detail. And the next word is Bharata, referring to Dhritarashtra. Sanjaya is speaking to Dhritarashtra, saying, this is what Prince Arjuna shared. Bharata is a lovely word too. Please listen to this carefully also. One of the avatars of Bhagwan Narayana is Rishabha. The Rishabha that in Jainism they refer to as one of the greatest, Rishabha Deva. He is an incarnation of Bhagwan Narayana. In our devotion course, I had highlighted all of this. The purpose of Rishabha's incarnation was to show people how to live in the world and how to live out of the world too. How to live in the world, he was a solid father. How to live out of the world, one of his practices was to keep a stone in his mouth. He kept a stone in his mouth for two reasons. One, if you have a stone in your mouth, will you eat more or less? Less, you're always concerned about breaking your teeth, correct? And will you speak more or speak less? Even if you have a halls in your mouth, it's harder to speak, correct? His son was named Bharata. Bharata. And Bharata was a servant of Bhagwan. He was ideal in every which way. He was so great that everyone who led and ruled, that nation, that land came to be known as Bharata. We often hear through our Wikipedia searches that Shakuntala's son, Bharata, is the reason why India, our land, is called Bharata. That's not accurate. It is because of Rishabha's son, Bharata, who was a servant of God, that this land came to be known as Bharata. And one more meaning of the word Bharata, it is the circumstance that allows you to evolve. So now all of a sudden, Bharata is not a physical space, correct? Bharata is a mental space. Wherever you can evolve, that is Bharata. So all of us are in Bharata, yes? Sena yoho, ubhayoho madhye. That's the third quarter. Rishikesha, that is Sri Krishna, placed in between both armies. The fourth quarter, stapayitva ratottamam. He stopped this chariot in between both armies. So Shri Krishna did what Prince Arjuna asked. And Sanjaya describes Prince Arjuna's chariot as Uttama. Uttama means higher or best. The traditional reason for this is that Prince Arjuna's chariot was a gift from the semi-god Agni. Later on, I'll tell you an awesome insight about this. We still have, I think, 900 days together, so be patient. But making this more personal, I shared, your chariot is your body, yes? And last night I had shared, our parents only facilitated this body, but this body is a gift from God. Your body is custom designed for your evolution. So who has the Ratha Uttama? Put your hand up if you have a Ratha Uttama. Some of you are still looking around. You do? I want that body. Everyone should have their hand up. Arjuna's chariot came from a semi-god. Our chariot came from the God. That is all in this verse. We move from inspiration to application. And as I shared, Prince Arjuna has been speaking to Bhagavan Krishna. Now Bhagavan Krishna is going to speak back. Your application from yesterday was not to judge in any which way, unless you're paid for it. How many of you tried not judging? As I'm asking this, some of you are looking away. We're judging your applications. If you're judging, you do not have any bandwidth to reflect. Correct? They're mutually exclusive. You're either reflecting or judging. And if you're not judging, that means you have more bandwidth for reflecting. Manana. Manana is the trigger for faith. And one more point, if you're judging, you're not understanding that everyone is going through their own challenges. That's happening on the Pandava and Kaurava side. Not everyone wants to fight, but they're forced into this fight. Your application for this morning, I want you to feel that your body is a gift from God. I want you to feel that Shri Krishna has gifted you this Ratha Uttama. All right. In terms of announcements, 1 month from today, April 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, Chinmaya Mission London is organizing a retreat on marriage enrichment. This year's retreat is focusing on the joy of independence. Many marriages struggle because they've never learned to be independent. And those marriages that are strong have learned to be independent. This is what the focus of the retreat will be. This will be facilitated by Vilasini-ji and myself. Those details are in the chat on our website. I'll remind you about this in 2 weeks, so you don't miss this opportunity. Shanti, Shanti, Shantihi. Be safe, be sound, be serene, be happiness.